Hey everyone, my name is Kaylee Denenberg and this is my video presentation of my demo unit for EDUU 629. So for my demo unit, I chose to build an online unit for kindergarten students, and the unit is called the Insect Research Report. And I chose to focus on this unit because it allows for a lot of practice with skills that they've already had some practice with, and also lots of opportunity for collaboration. The overarching standard that I chose to focus and hone in on for this was to participate in shared research and writing projects. And the reason I chose to root it in insects is because it's related to some other units that I use in my district toward the end of the year when we talk about different life cycles of insects and learn about the garden. So it was something that was really authentic to them, and also because, as I said, because the goal is to participate in a shared research and writing project, there's lots of opportunities for social constructivism to come into play as students are learning and engaging with not only the online environment, but also with one another in the online or blended environment. I also chose to focus on this because collaboration is at the center of it, and that truly is a necessary skill for our 21st century learners. And so prior to this unit, where students will get to choose their own insect to research, then be paired in groups that also want to research the same thing, then they will get to look at different media resources online and take notes and then create an artifact of their learning. And so prior to this unit, they have already engaged a little bit in this process of research and developed those habits of mind, as Gardner talks about developing a disciplined mind. So we've already, prior to this unit, done some practice developing that researcher's mind, to ask questions and to solve problems and to wonder and to work with others. So they have some practice coming into this with that mindset. However, in this unit, instead of it being guided mainly by me or the teacher, it's really student-led, which is important for the online environment, so that they can feel kind of in control of their own learning. And so prior to this unit, we've already done some of that research, and so the goal for this is that they'll be able to take on those researching skills in a more independent way, where they have more opportunities to collaborate with their peers instead of just being guided by me. So one of the ways that I have students interacting with each other in meaningful ways in this unit is through Flipgrid. For instance, the first day is to activate background knowledge and think about the insect that they've already chosen. So for instance, let's say someone chose a butterfly, they would go on to Flipgrid and kind of tell what they know about butterflies already and share that. And then the other students who are researching butterflies would also look at their other students who are researching the same thing and reply. And that is social constructivism and engagement with the peers, because they're adding to this knowledge bank. Everyone gets to share what they know and add to this communal knowledge, and students will have to negotiate what they already know with things that they're now hearing that might contradict what they've thought they knew or confirm what they thought they knew. And so it also builds that community of practice where everyone can share their ideas. And another reason that I really enjoy Flipgrid as a tool is because it allows for everyone to have an opportunity to be heard, and all of their ideas to be validated. And because that happens on the first day, students will have practice with it and can use it consistently throughout the week, so that as they find more information and post about it, others that are researching the same thing who are in their group can view that also, and they can continue adding to that shared knowledge. Another way that I have students engage with the content is through various different resources. One of the ones that I like a lot for this unit is Get Epic, because students can read or look at resources at their level. There are books that can be read aloud to students. Others include videos or songs even. There's fiction and nonfiction books at various different levels, so everyone can access it at a point that makes sense for them. Students can also favorite books that they want to share with their peers, and they can also look at any collections or curated resources that I or other teachers have found related to insects that they can pull from for their own knowledge. And another resource would be the PBS library, or really anything that you can curate and then push out to your students either via Canvas, which is what we were working in, or my favorite would be Seesaw, a little more K2 friendly. There are many ways in this unit that I have allowed my students to engage with everything meaningfully and in the online learning space. One of the things that I've done is promote active learning by chunking everything into smaller bits. Students start just by activating background knowledge and kind of viewing what their peers have said about it, and then they'll move on to actually researching and looking at the media, and they'll have a couple of days to do that so that they can continuously add on to their notes. And notes is used loosely because in the end, the artifact they create will kind of be a collection of all of those notes. So for instance, if someone wants to build a model, maybe the first day they would learn about the body and then build that part. And then the next day, maybe they would learn about what it likes to eat and build that part. So as they're going through the week, they are able to add on until they have their final artifact at the end. And that's another thing that is a really important practice in the online community, is giving them choice. So in this, they're not only given the choice of the insect that they want to research, but they're also given the choice of what resources they want to use to research it. And then at the very end or throughout, how they want to take their notes and present their learning at the end. And again, because this is happening in the online space and they're using Flipgrid, after every research component, they're coming back to their Flipgrid, or maybe it's a breakout room, and sharing what they have learned through their own individual explorations and their own research. Another really key element of this unit is the reflection component, which is again very important for the online space, because that's how students will really focus on the collaboration goals. Every day students will set a collaboration goal for themselves so that they can really focus on participating in the shared research, whether that means letting other people contribute to the work, or making sure that you're listening and learning from your friends instead of just focusing on your own ideas. This can be a really big challenge for kindergarten, so having them set those goals and then providing the opportunity on a daily basis to reflect is another really important practice for the online space, and for them to ensure that they're really meeting that goal. So there's a lot of things going on in this unit, and I hope that gives you a good idea of kind of what the overall goal is participating in this shared research and writing project. And you can see how I've worked in different ways for students to engage with their peers, the content, and all in meaningful ways that will really promote success in the online space. Thanks for listening.